What's up, y'all? I'm back again with the word from the Lord. This time I'm coming from Ephesians 6. Ephesians 6. It says, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with you, and you may live long in the earth. And you fathers, do not provoke your children to wrath, but bring them up in the training and admonition of the Lord." And admonition is basically, it just means like bring them up in the counsel of the Lord, bringing them up with the advice of the Lord. And then I'm going to jump to Ephesians 6:20, which basically, it's talking about putting on your armor of God. If you hear somebody talking about the armor of God, that's basically about to break that down for y'all. Finally, it's coming from Ephesians 6:20. "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." And wiles basically mean like the schemings of the devil. "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Therefore take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand." So basically, if you follow my post a while back, I posted that you can't get upset with people. Why? Because you have to understand that it's not them, it's the spirits that's within them that make them act out. You have to understand something. You have to understand that God created us in his image, and God is love. So when you find somebody that has hatred in their heart, when you find somebody that's, wicked to the core, when you find somebody that's bitter, those are not of God. And if he created us in his image, then they'll let you know that that's not that person. That's a spirit that's within them. They have to get delivered from that through prayer. So that's why it says, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places." And I'm going to break those four things down. So you could better understand what's basically these four things make up the army of the devil. The first thing is that we wrestle against is principalities. And when you think of principalities, a lot of people probably take the root word principles and think you wrestle against the laws, but that's not how it's meant in the context. Principalities, according to the Bible, is the top-ranking demonic beings. The word principalities is translated from the Greek word arch, which means chief. These are the chief demons. Okay, so according to the Apostle Paul, he wrote that these princes hold sway over the souls of people. These princes rule over continents and nations as well. Okay, so that's the first demonic being, the principalities. And we also wrestle, the next thing is powers, what we wrestle against. Powers is the next ranking of evil officers. The word powers come from the Greek word exousia, which means delegated authority. And if you define the word delegated and you know delegated authority, it means like the authority that the policemen have. So these demons seem to operate invisibly in governmental centers such as national governments. But these powers cannot separate the love of God So it says right here, it says these powers come. These powers are basically like that of a policeman. So when you see crooked cops, they ain't nothing but the devil. It's right here in the word. The third thing is the rulers of darkness. And let me see. This demonic spirit touches the created order. Rulers of darkness. And these spirits set out to seize and take hold of governments for the sake of darkness and evil. And these rulers want to take over the offices of government and the legislators and the courts. So basically, once again, like you see, you know, I don't even have to explain to you. I don't even have to mention the government because y'all see the stuff every day. And the last thing that we fight against is the spiritual forces of wickedness. And these basically are the spirits that we fight each and every day. These are the ones that you see the most. It says spiritual host of wickedness literally means in the Greek spiritual fakes. That's where you get fornication and pornography. These are the unclean spirits we deal with on a daily basis. Some of these spirits are named for us, and it's just basically telling you the spirits of the names of the spirits. So then from after reading the breakdown of the spirits that we fight against, that took me to Ephesians 5:15. And it says, see then that you walk circumspectly. And circumspectly basically means carefully. And it says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Therefore do not be unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And do not be drunk with wine, in which is dissipation, but be filled with the Spirit. And dissipation, it basically, dissipation is basically like a mental distraction. It causes you to use or lose energy without accomplishing things. And that's what wine do. When you get drunk, you using energy, but you ain't accomplishing things. And that's what God is trying to keep you from. So basically, this brings me to like what I want to break down. Like it says, therefore do not be unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. Okay. Most of y'all, you should know, like, basically how a balance beam works. On your balance beam, you have a calling and you have your purpose. The reason that a lot of people have strongholds over their life is because they don't know how to balance their calling and their purpose. People have them confused. A calling is something that God blesses you with to supply your needs, or to just basically to make you be able to provide. Your purpose in life is to